The Rock. He is the most well-known WWE superstar of all time. There is no argument. Do you really want to try and argue this? This wouldn't have been the case at all if the Great One was ready to leave the WWE way back in 1996 as his career got going. I'm Kevin, and today we take a look at 5 wrestling stars who were convinced not to quit the WWE. Number 5, Andrade. Former WWE United States champion Andrade was close to leaving the company back in 2018 during his time in NXT, but he was persuaded to stay by another former champion and Latin American superstar, Alberto Del Rio. Del Rio had a very successful career in WWE, winning the 2011 Royal Rumble as well as the Money in the Bank contract. He's also a former US and WWE World Heavyweight Champion. During an interview with Milenio, Andrade said he wanted to return to Mexico due to a lack of opportunity and criticisms he was receiving within WWE. Additionally, El Helio said that he became skeptical about his WWE tenure, and that's when he decided to contact a fellow Mexican wrestler in Del Rio. I talked to Alberto, and he told me to stand up for my chance, and I kept fighting for what I wanted. Andrade ended up leaving WWE in March of 2021, and the company granted his request. He's currently competing in AEW as well as Lucha Libre AAA worldwide as Andrade El Helio. Number 4, R-Truth. R-Truth is undoubtedly one of the most beloved WWE superstars, known for his outrageous antics on screen. The 53-time WWE 24/7 champion has been in the company for a long time, but his first tenure, however, was quite underwhelming. Speaking on the New Day's Feel the Power podcast, Truth revealed that he was so frustrated that he almost quit the company during his time with WWE's developmental Memphis Championship Wrestling territory, but WWE Hall of Famer Road Dogg made him change his mind. According to Truth, the DX member really liked his rapper persona and wanted to team up with him. When he revealed that he was planning to leave the company, Road Dogg suggested Truth at least try to give the team a shot. He said, "If you're going to give me 1 month, I'll have you on TV." And I'm like, all right, I'll give you 1 month. Yes, they were indeed getting rowdy. We getting rowdy. The former 24/7 champion made his main roster debut alongside Road Dogg on Raw in 2000, where he wrestled as K-Quick. 2 years later, he was released from his contract and he went on to wrestle for Impact Wrestling before going back to WWE in 2008. Number 3, Peyton Royce. Cassie Lee, formerly known as Peyton Royce, was a part of the popular tag team with Jessa McKay in WWE known as the Iconics. That's right, hands on your hips. They had a pretty amazing moment at WrestleMania 35, capturing the women's tag team titles. But following a title loss, the Iconics were kind of lost in the shuffle. Then the team was split up on 2 different brands. Speaking with Chris Van Vliet, the former WWE superstar stated that prior to her release, she actually wanted to quit the company. However, Rhea Ripley persuaded her to stay. Rhea, of all people, had to talk me off the ledge because I was about to walk into talent relations and say I'm out. She went on to reveal that sudden creative changes moments before a show was about to air added to her cause. Lee was becoming quite unhappy with her run in the company, so for her, the WWE release was a, quote, blessing in disguise. She was released from WWE on April 15th, 2021, alongside her best friend Billie Kay and many other wrestlers. The duo now performs as the Inspirations, and they are former Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. Number 2, The Rock. The Rock is one of the biggest stars in all of entertainment, not just the WWE. I mean, he's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's one of the highest paid actors in the entire world, with an estimated worth of $320 million. And he once wanted to leave the WWE in the mid-90s when he was climbing his way up the ladder. Well, that didn't happen, and it's all thanks to WWE Hall of Famer J.J. Dillon, who at the time, speaking to JBL and Jerry Briscoe, Dillon recalled how he convinced the Great One to stay in WWE, and he revealed that Johnson wanted JJ to utilize his connections to help him leave WWE for a better job. He reached into his pocket, and he had a $10 bill and a couple of singles, and he said, "This is all the money I have to my name." The Rock knew that people were praising his potential to become a star later on in WWE, but his financial conditioning at the time was just troubling him. The WWE Hall of Famer was so aware of the Great One's capabilities that he handed him $200 in cash, which stopped The Rock from leaving the WWE. Can we get a thank you JJ chant going, please? Number 1, Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is one of the most popular WWE superstars right now. But way back in 2019, it does feel like a long time ago, the legit boss was contemplating leaving leaving the company. At the time, she was disappointed with her booking ahead of WrestleMania 35, and her eventual loss to the Iconics at the Show of Shows didn't help the situation at all. Stating on Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions, Banks revealed that she had informed Vince McMahon about her decision to leave the company, but the WWE chairman straight away denied her request. Vince was like, no. He said, no. He said, I'm going to give you 30 days to think about it, and it took more than 30 days. After a 4-month hiatus, Sasha Banks would return to the WWE in August 2019 and started a feud with Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. 2.5 years have passed since then, and she has been the Raw Women's Champion, Tag Team Champion, even headlined WrestleMania 37 as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Oh, and she was on The Mandalorian on Disney+. Now why don't you raise our eyebrow and click that subscribe button and drop an elbow on the like button too. What did you think of this list? Go ahead and jump into the comments below and share the link with your wrestling buddies.